Hello and welcome to another edition of Toys from the Attic. For today's episode, I thought we'd be taking a look at the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1980s Metalhead. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at this guy. Designed by Krang to be the ultimate weapon and programmed with all the fighting skills of the Turtles, Metalhead was a mechanical force to be reckoned with. Upon his eventual defeat, he was later reprogrammed by Donatello to help fight on the side of good. Now whenever asked, he is more than willing to help aid the Turtles in a battle, whether it's to fight off some foot or whip up some pizzas as an after-battle snack. Okay, so here we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Metalhead action figure. Now I'm going to be honest with you guys, this isn't my original one. The original one actually broke over time, just playing with it way too much. So I ended up having to track this guy down to replace the original one that I had. I'll go over in a little bit about the parts of him that actually broke, just because it actually came with his actual feature. But I just love this guy. He was actually the first robotic version of the Turtles that actually came out, and as I've told you before, I'm a sucker for anything that's like an evil twin, and that also kind of includes robotic twins as well. And the fact that he was a good guy, it almost made him like the fifth turtle. So I also like that too about him. I just love the detailing on here. I mean, yeah, a lot of it is way impractical. I don't know why they would actually sculpt muscles in here or what looks like squared off muscles, but still, it was back in the 80s. It was cheesy, but I loved it. There's all this just tremendous amount of detailing from all these little vents, rivets, just paneling on here to show that, yeah, he's actually a mechanical robot. A lot of characters today, they would just have these smooth surfaces, very little like paneling, just to show that, like, yeah, they're more advanced. But I like this old retro feel that's just like all these wires and stuff sticking out of them. You can even see on his belt has some nice features too. I hope you can make it out, but there's like a little oil can right there. He comes equipped with 2 grenades and a buttload of spark plugs right over here. Oh, and a little funnel for his oil. It's just little details like that that I really enjoy. Now, I'm hoping that a lot of his a lot of little panels and stuff can actually come through on his shell. It's this nice metallic gold, which is very rare in a lot of the figures back then. His head actually also had this little pink part right in here that almost looked like brains, but that allowed some light piping to come through. If I shine his head a little bit towards the light, you can kind of see how his eyes look like they're lighting up. It was more common with Transformers, well, more modern day Transformers, but it's nice to see that it's actually put inside one of these old figures. I wish the new Metalhead actually kind of had that feature in with him, but I still like him for other reasons. Now, his accessories, I'm sorry to say that I've actually lost 2 of the major ones. He had a little antenna that would actually stick up here on the back. It was like a little satellite dish. And yeah, that one was one that was lost like a long time ago. I was probably like 6 when this guy came out. So yeah, I wasn't thinking about keeping track of things like that. His other gimmick, his other weapon was actually some sort of weird drill nunchuck thing. I'll actually show a picture of it. And I distinctly remember the actual back of the box showing that you can pop his hands off and then pop that in there to actually make it look like that's like his hand folded back inside, and that's what actually came out and spun around. And that's the only real downside about this guy, is that constantly doing that meant that the little socket joint in here would eventually weaken and rip off. So you get, if you were very unlucky, this part of the hand would break off and that socket would remain in there, which is sadly what happened to my original one. So I couldn't really use them anymore. I couldn't even get that cool weapon on there. However, the weird nunchuck thingy, I can't remember what it's called, actually doubled as something he could hold in his hand, so if you really wanted to, you could actually just put it right in his hand and it looked like he could wield it. The other neat thing about him is his actual backpack. The sticker's been damaged a little bit, but you kind of tell that it's a radar, and it's showing a little image of a Foot Clan soldier right there, kind of like he's zeroing in. But the other neat thing too is the rest of his backpack. It doesn't actually seem to form any function other than these 2 knobs up here. There's actually just a little tray for pizzas that he's able to dispense. And from what I can tell, you can put your little sodas in there and get sodas for the guy. So not only is he there to assist the Turtles in the battles, he's also there to provide snacks for them. I don't know what else I can say about this guy. I mean, I just really like him. He's always going to be, he's easily in my top 10 list of Ninja Turtles. I know I've said that about a couple other guys, and yeah, they're actually robots, but still, I really dig Metalhead. He's one of my favorite characters. I kind of almost like him more than the original guys. Almost. Without anything else to say, this has been a look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Metalhead. Once again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you've seen today, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment below in the comment section. Any advice for the show will be greatly appreciated. Who knows, something you suggest may appear on the show in the future.